Does the person create the journey, or does the journey create the person? Some people say that a journey is life itself. None of these philosophical questions really mattered at this point of my journey. I was dead tired, filthy, and in pain. All I wanted was to go home and drink a beer. My journey began at Harts Pass, from where I leisurely hiked in 31 miles to the Canadian border. The first night was bitter cold, well below freezing temperatures. At the border, I was able to witness a very special moment, the erection of the new PCT monument. My original plan was to spend the night at the border, but after eating lunch, I decided that it was time to start my adventure early.
Now every minute counts.
Well, good morning. I spent the night at Harts Pass. It's sometime past 3 o'clock. It's dark and cold and kind of humidish. Toasted marshmallow for breakfast. Not too bad. Day 2 was simply sweet, perhaps the sweetest of all the days. I cranked out almost 60 miles. The scenery was magnificent, I was fresh and I felt good. From there, it was more or less a gradual descent into the dark and sour abyss. I made it to Rainy Pass, where it didn't rain, and from there in one shot through the entire North Cascades National Park. See you, good night. Really tired. Not a good day. Not a good day. About 150 miles into my journey, things started to turn sour. First, blisters appeared, and my feet needed some intense care. But much worse was the fact that I suddenly realized that I was over 8 hours behind schedule. This was all the food that I had left.
6 shells for 8 hours. That's a problem. Yeah, that's a problem.
I did not make it to Stevens Pass. I had no dinner and no breakfast. This was the first time I seriously thought about quitting. Good morning. I've just left Stevens Pass. I'm several hours behind my schedule. So here I was, not even halfway done, feeling like a fresh bear poop.
Looks like it's going to heaven, but I think it's going to hell. bushwhacking rocks. I will be almost 12 hours late in Snoqualmie Pass, according to my schedule, and I think I should quit.
I picked up a new pair of shoes at Snoqualmie Pass, but sadly the insoles were thicker and I was unable to fit my very swollen feet into the shoes. After cutting up the insoles, the socks, and trying various other things for many miles, I decided to take out the insoles completely. I ended up running the remaining 250-ish miles without insoles.
It's going great. Once again, things are not exactly going well. Very, very frustrating to always be behind.
Only after sunrise, I realized that today was actually my birthday.
45. 46. Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday, happy birthday. It's going to be a great day. You may now open the gel. Priority number 1, keep moving. Consistently, relentlessly. That gets you to the next location.
Well, easier said than done. I was really struggling at that point. I had to take a very close look at the mirror to face my inner demons. On White Pass, I got into some really ugly thunderstorm. Lightning lit several trees. The resulting fires eventually led to the closure of the PCT. Thankfully, after I had already passed.
Things are going great. I don't see any problems. It's not raining. I don't see any bugs. I'm not tired. I'm also not dirty. Things are good.
My journey through the Goat Rocks wilderness was absolutely amazing. I tried to ignore the tiredness and the pain as much as possible. The terrain was much easier than before, and I was able to make decent progress. In the evening, I got to a challenging water crossing behind Mount Adams. That is where I hopelessly ruined my feet. The shoes and the socks were soaking wet and sandy. I had no replacements.
Nothing goes faster. Everything goes slower. Hello.
I was now less than 100 miles from the finish away. Despite extreme fatigue, I decided to move through the night. I really wanted to get this done and just go home. The night turned out to be one of the more difficult nights I ever had. It was a complete disaster.
Nothing worked. Couldn't walk straight. Then had to fix shoe and feet issues like every 100 yards. I spent more time sitting on the ground fixing shit than moving. It was an absolute nightmare, and I'm still nowhere near done.
After many incredibly painful, sour and dark hours on these last 100 miles, my journey was suddenly about to end. The journey took me 10 days, 1 hour and 26 minutes. It took me a while to realize that I had actually managed to set a new record, and it took me even longer to recover.
The bear, where is the bear? The bear is everywhere. Bear, where are you? Bear, where are you? The bear, where is the bear?